find it a difficult one to deal with this, because I'm not going to slag the fans off for having a go. You know, they're paid good money, right? And if it's a poor performance, I think you're entitled to, you know, at the end of the game, boo. Not during the game, but at the end of the game, not happy. But I also understand David's point of view. We're trying to bring people to the club. Rock bottom of the Premier League. What do you reckon, Trev? Is David gone a wee bit too far here, or is he just giving us an insight what he's trying to do at the club, and this doesn't help?
I think it's a great insight. You know, Stu mentioned it earlier. I think it's educational for the fans, because it's not just the team, it's the city that the club play in, it's the training facilities, it's the team, the squad that they've got. And part of the football club is the fans and the fan base. Now, if you've got a fan base that, you know, wherever the club are and however the club are doing, as long as the players are giving 100%, they get right behind their team. I think that adds to the club as a whole, and it's another layer that you can add to West Ham United Football Club. So in a way, it gives a bit of responsibility to the fans to make sure they stay back in the players on the pitch, because, you know, if what David's saying is true, it can come into play when recruitment and you're trying to bring in these top players to the London Stadium.
Well, they're going to need the fans too. You know, like Villa away, they'll take thousands up there.
Yep.
Tottenham at home, wow, it's going to be rocking. I'm there, I can't wait. And then they go to Chelsea. Yeah. So you need your fans behind you.
Yeah, I don't decode what they've said as being a criticism of the fans. I just think it's a really good insight for everybody to know the mentality of a manager and probably the coaching staff about how important it is to generate a good home support. But the one thing I do know about Dave, he's been absolutely delighted over these 2 years about the participation of the crowd, the numbers that turn up for games at the London Stadium. You know, you 60,000 people there.
I went to the last game
gone
of
up
the
on it,
season.
62.5 now.
Yeah, incredible, Trev. You know what I mean? They've been so behind the team. It's been incredible for the last 2 years, and he wants that to continue and grow.
Definitely.
A bit of breaking news for West Ham, by the way. West Ham have held talks with former United winger. How do you pronounce his name? Do you remember Januzaj? Adnan Januzaj, tricky winger, about to return to the Premier League. talkSPORT understands. He played under David at Old Trafford and is available. It's amazing this. He's available now on a free transfer after leaving Real Sociedad. Remember, they said he was going to be a superstar, this young kid. The Hammers are still hoping to agree a deal with Lyon for the midfielder as well, Lucas Paqueta. So he's trying, David, to get them in.
He's desperate to push the club on. You know, there's no doubt he's desperate for that. He's really enjoyed the last couple of years at the club. He's done fantastic things at the club. You know, I've got to say, from galvanising the terraces to everything associated with the club, the camaraderie amongst the group and everything. You know, from what I've seen, and you know, it's just one of those things. He puts so much pressure on himself to keep striving forward, and to do that you need better and better players with more competition for places.
Stu, it just gives a very brief. It's 24 hours a day being a manager, isn't it? When you were at West Ham, the phone never stops, does it?
Well, I was only an assistant to David, but what they have to deal with nowadays, a modern day manager in the Premier League, is incredible. Especially somebody like Dave, who likes to be hands-on in doing most things. He wants to coach. He wants to do everything. You know, I've never seen a work ethic in anybody like I've seen from him. So it is full on. Everyone wants a piece of your time, and you're trying to juggle 25 to 30 characters, let alone your staff, and keep everyone happy. It's not easy, I can assure you. People only surmise what it's like to be a Premier League manager. They don't know.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.